Hey everyone, my name is Likhita Aware and welcome back to my channel Legal Shots with Vakil. This video is the most requested video on my channel. People have requested for this video on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube and on Twitter as well. And my juniors keep asking me about this several times. So I thought I will make a complete guide on how to write a research paper and upload a YouTube video giving you all details about how to write and how to approach for it. Now, so far, let me just give you my introduction. So far, I have written 4 research papers, 3 into international journals, and 1 was a book, Jigyasa, which comprises of research paper in comparison for Mahabharata and like the laws during Mahabharata and the current laws. That was another book, and all the 3 research papers are published into international journals. And specifically to mention, there was one research paper for which even I won the best research paper award. My junior and I, we had both written the research paper, which was in collaboration with international it was an international conference which was in collaboration with the government of Mauritius and Maharashtra Commission of Child Rights. The theme of that research paper was child rights, and our research paper title was also POSCO, a child right revolution. So when we won that award, also so many people had asked me to make this video or to help them how to write a research paper. So here we go, I'm making this video. Now let me start by basic questions. Don't worry, I am assuming you are someone who is into your first year or who doesn't have any idea about how to write a research paper. So I will be clarifying all your doubts. So don't just worry and watch this video till the end. Now the first question a lot of my juniors or people DM me on Instagram or LinkedIn ask me when to write a research paper. So the answer to this question is whenever you feel like writing. I wrote my first research paper when I was in my second year of law school, but in my first year there was a conference. I still remember my law school professor had told us that you can try writing research paper in that conference, but because of pandemic and lockdown happened, that conference was called off. But before that, I started taking initiative in my law school. I met my seniors, asking them how to write a research paper, and they was really kind and they helped me. And at that point, I felt like these alien terms, what is abstract, what is citation, Bluebook, all these were like alien terms for me. But don't worry, I will be explaining each and every term to you in this video. So yes, when to write a research paper is basically depends upon you. Whenever you feel like, and take that initiative as early as possible, I would recommend you. Now moving forward, let me answer you the second question which I get, that is where to write research paper. Now this is a very difficult question because now there are a lot of sources where you can write the research paper. The first one, there are many online portals like SSC Online, they ask for research papers, Manupatra. Then there are even journals. Now journals include NLU journals, like NLU, the National Law Universities, they have their yearly journals. They even have journals on specific law subjects, like journal for IPR, journal for a particular law subject, and they call for papers. So you can even publish in these journals, or there are some private colleges, law colleges, which call for papers, which have their own journals where you can write. Again, there is even UGC journal, which is most reputed one. You can even publish a paper in that. Moving forward, there are a lot of paid journals as well. So what are they? They ask you money to get your paper published in their journal. Now I have heard a lot of HRs or people in the legal industry, they get to know that this journal is paid one, you have paid to publish it, and generally there is no such weightage when even if you pay for it and publish your papers. Just make sure you check the authenticity of the research journal before you publish or before you send them the paper. It's not like that randomly you're sending anywhere your paper, any journal, and they are just demanding you 2000 rupees to publish your paper. Please don't do that. Now again, There are some colleges which call for papers also. Like I was telling about NLUs, there are some private colleges which have conferences. They generally call for papers where you can go publish your paper and even present your paper. In fact, I would recommend you all to go for such conferences. One is you will get to learn, you will build your contacts, networks over there, and you will get an exposure on how to present your paper. And on in these conferences, the judges are like advocates or deans of particular university, vice chancellors. They are the judges, so your paper will be judged by these people, and this is like a great exposure. So I would recommend go for these conferences, international conferences, or call for papers by particular colleges and go and publish there. That will give you a lot of exposure rather than just sending your paper online. You can do that also, but at least once in a lifetime, go for paper presentation. That will be very, very helpful. Okay, moving forward, the third question which I get is why to publish a research paper. Now, the number one reason a lot of people think or law students say is to mention it in CV. Yes, you're going to mention it obviously when your paper gets published in your CV, but that should not be your sole purpose of writing a research paper. Our legal, our journey in the legal industry is based on research work. Wherever you're going to intern, whether it be litigation, corporate, anywhere, you will have to do research work. And writing a research paper enhances that research skill, because you read other articles, you research basically, and then write your own research paper. So the reason for writing the research paper should be to develop your research skills rather than just putting it in your CV. This is the main reason why you should write research paper. The next and the last question is how to write research paper. Now here is the step-by-step process which I will be sharing with you all on how to write a research paper. Now the first step is what you have to do is read as many research papers as you can, because when you don't know anything, it's better that you look at people who have written the research paper, read and get to know how a research paper is written. If you even read 5 to 10 research paper, it's more than enough. Now, when I tell people to read research papers, they ask me that where to get the research paper from. First is Google. Just write a particular topic. It could be your area of interest or random topic which is in current news, you want to read about it. Just write research paper and search. You will get a lot of research papers you can read from that. Second reason is reading research papers from journals. So in your law school library, go to your law school library, ask them the journals which they might be getting. Every law school library have access to particular journals. They generally, either these journals send the law schools for free, or the law schools have this subscription basis with the journals, so they send the journals to your law school. So go to your library and read the journals. Third thing, you can even ask your professors if they have written any particular research paper. They will be very happy to share you with their research work and you can read. Now the fourth thing, I will be giving few links in the description. Those are my research papers. You can read them, and there are like booklets, so you can even read a research paper of other people's from that. So that will be helpful for you all from where to read the research paper. Now the second step is you have to decide on which topic you want to write the research paper on. Now there is actually two ways to decide what topic you want to write on. The first one is your area of interest. Now a lot of law students have the particular area of interest, whether it could be criminal side, or in their first year they just want to explore something, or they might have read something, a particular news article, a particular judgment, or a particular provision, so they wanted to explore more and they want to write a research paper on that. So you can go ahead and write research paper on your area of interest as well and send it to these organizations which I have mentioned it earlier. Now the second approach to this is these conferences which happen, they generally give you a theme. Like what I said was, I had won that best research paper in that international conference with Mauritius and Maharashtra Commission on Child Rights. So it had the theme on child rights. So everyone who presented the research paper in that conference had written research paper related to child rights. It could be international issue, national issue, it was dependent on us. But the main theme was child rights. So yes, some conferences or even journals, like I told you, there are journals by NLUs and law schools, they specifically release that it's an IPR journal. So in that you have to only submit your paper which is related to IPR. There are even journals on specific, like criminal law journals. So you have to only submit the papers related to criminal law. So when these conferences give you theme, then you have to go theme wise. Otherwise you can go for your area of interest. Now, to all the students who keep asking me that we are unable to decide our area of interest, we want to write a research paper but we don't know which topic to choose, a small advice: there is this organization called YLCC. On their page they keep releasing every month 50 topics which you can write research paper on, which are current and trending on a particular monthly basis. So you can just Google YLCC, you will find their page and go and check it out. Every month they release that, so that will be very helpful for you all to decide your topic on which to write the research paper on. Now after this, let's move on to the step 3 of writing a research paper. That's when you decided the topic. Now what you have to do is search about that topic. Now let's take for example, I am writing about child rights. If you have even decided the core theme what you want to write, then just for 2 days read as many as articles you will get on internet, or books if you can go and issue it from your library or college library. Read them, talk to your professors or some mentors if you can in your law school who can guide you which is the current topic, or read judgments recently, whatever happened or whatever in this particular like child rights. You can imagine whatever judgments might have happened given by the Supreme Court or the various high courts. Just go through it. Just 2 days you have to just read. Now this was for when you're decided a theme. So that will also help you to narrow down your topic, what you want. Like I was telling about child rights. If you're reading about child rights, then that's how I got to know about POSCO. I decided that let's write about POSCO. This is how we choose the topic from the theme. And if you have already decided the theme and the headline of your research paper, what you want to write, like from your area of interest, then only read specific articles on that particular issue. Read as many as articles you can. Watch videos if you want. People have made videos on that particular topic. Then read books on that particular topic and read judgments, the same thing. Now there's a small advice: when you're reading these things, try making notes at the same time, because this will help you while writing the research paper. Try making notes, try saving these articles also, because later what happens is when you're referring, when you're writing, okay, oh my god, there was this judgment which I had read somewhere on something had happened particular related to this issue, and when you're writing the research paper you will not find that. This has happened with me many times. So it's best that you keep saving all the articles whatever you have read. What I do is generally I create a fake WhatsApp group. How to create it? Just I add my mom, then I remove her from that particular WhatsApp group and give the title it the particular research paper or particular whatever it is, and I keep sharing all the articles whatever I'm reading if they are relevant only, then only. Or I keep making notes. I take a bundle of pages or book. I keep writing whatever I have read, whatever I feel relevant should be included in my paper, or I should read more about that particular concept. So I keep doing this for like 2 to 3 days. Just do this, just do reading. So automatically what will happen, this will help you for your step 4. Now what is step 4 is jotting down the synopsis. Now synopsis is whatever things you want in your research paper. Now research paper has a particular format that's in index. You can see introduction is then conclusion. These are the most important thing which you have to compulsorily write, introduction and conclusion. But apart from that, in middle whatever you will be adding, the index, the whatever synopsis points will be adding, that will be decided by you. So when you read all the papers for like 3 to 4 days you will be reading articles, books and other things on this particular issue, what will happen is automatically you will form the synopsises. You know what to write and what not to write. You can even include, like if you want, you can just compare that particular law with other nations. Now even in other nations you can write down like which nations you want to include, which you don't want to, how many nations you want to include. Then if you want to write advantages and disadvantages of that particular law, then you want to write the landmark judgments, and even in that you can just note down which judgments to include, which not to. Means you cannot write all the judgments particularly. There are so many judgments, you cannot include all in your research paper. So whatever the relevant things are, only in that also what is the most relevant judgment you must include in your paper. So these things are something which you will automatically start writing down after reading this thing. So this third step is most important, that you read as many as articles. You can even exceed this third step for like more than 2 days or 3-4 days. You have to just read, and as many as articles you read, you yourself will get to know that okay, this point should be included or this point should not be included. Now after the 4th point, that's jotting down your index, now the 5th part is just start writing. Now let me tell you on how to write. Now basically now we are entering the writing part of the research paper. Now a lot of people start with introduction. In this I disagree. I feel introduction and abstract. Let me just tell you what is first abstract. Abstract is a summary, gist of your entire research paper, which means you are telling whatever you have written in entire research paper in just 200 words. You might have written your research paper in 3000 words, 2500 words. You are just writing and giving a summary in 200 words, so that the other person gets to know that you have written these things in a research paper. Now why I tell that abstract and introduction should be written towards the end is, a lot of times what happened is you write an abstract, later when you do the actual research work and write a research paper, your research paper goes into a different direction. You might have written the abstract in a particular direction, but after doing a lot of research you get to know that, oh my god, these were the points, I had missed out these judgments, I didn't know about these judgments. Later when you write the research paper, you get to know that the abstract's direction and the research paper direction is completely in different ways. So it's better first you write completely the research paper and then you write the abstract. And for the introduction as well, introduction is generally the summary type things. It's just enhances your interest, I mean the reader, to read your paper more. So for that also I feel, unless and until you don't write the complete research paper, you will not able to write the introduction. That's my take on this. So introduction and abstract should be written towards the end only. Now let's move on to the next part, that is how to write. Now whatever synopsis you have decided, you have to keep writing about it. You don't just do particular calculate the word system, like you're going to write 500 words advantages, case laws will be of 700 words. No, never do that. Just plain in simple way keep writing. Whatever you feel like about that particular advantages, whatever you might have read through those articles, you can elaborate and then keep writing. Whatever you feel like, you can also you have to add on that also for particular advantages or any subsection you have decided to write now. Now while you're writing the research paper, you should not copy like entirely a lot of things from any website, any blog page or anywhere. If you're copying a particular definition or whatever case law it is, you have to give the relevant citation in the citation section, like from where you have copied. Basically what they want you to is write a research paper on your own. You want to express what you feel like about that particular topic. So even if you're taking some references from any particular article or definition, you have to tell कि from where you have copied. मतलब चुराया होगा कहीं से भी definition या तो आपने कहाँ से चुराया उनको बताना होगा. Now what is citation? Citation, just check before you write the paper what citation the research paper, journal or the conference is asking you to do. There is Bluebook method, there is even another Indian standard research methodology method, even that is a type of citation used. But generally Bluebook is only preferred. But yes, I have seen like one particular research paper, they had asked that Indian research methodology way to cite the particular research paper. Now, how to cite? When I was in my first year, I was so confused hearing these words only, Bluebook and citation. Now the basic thing is whatever you have copied, like particular definition, so after that means where the full stop ends, over there click the entire, select the entire definition, then just click Control Shift plus A, then the citation, this opens up, then you have to particularly cite over there in that particular way. Now it's very difficult for me to explain over here how to use Bluebook method or how to use the other method. So just chill. I will be giving you the link of those particular how to cite videos in the description, and also link of those particular rule book of Bluebook and also Indian research methodology in the description. You can just go and read and you will understand how basically you have to cite. Now cite is generally you have to mention the particular, like अगर आपने case लिया है कोई judgment of Supreme Court, so you will have to write the particular case law, then the volume number, then SSC the number, then that particular there is a particular format to do that. So that date comes up, so everything is there, and even the page number, basically a lot of things are there. This is the most difficult and tiring thing which I feel in research paper writing is citations, and the most boring thing as well. But you have to cite, because if you don't cite, then your paper gets rejected. How it gets rejected, let me also tell you that. If you have copied the entire thing, what happens is whenever you submit a research paper, it goes through a plagiarism check. Now what is plagiarism? There is this software जो आपका डिटेक्ट करता है कि आपने कितने % कॉपी किया है, एंड अगर आपने कॉपी किया है तो अगर आप साइट करते हो देन दैट्स लाइक वो डिटेक्ट हो जाता है कि आपने साइट किया है बराबर से. बट इफ यू हैवंट साइटेड इट, then you will get the ratio of the plagiarism rate increases, and that will lead to rejection of your research paper. A lot of people say that दी हमारा पेपर हमने सबमिट तो किया था बट मतलब कुछ आया नहीं है, रिप्लाई नहीं है. तो बेसिक थिंग आई आस्क देम इज माइट बी प्लेजरिज्म, आपने चेक किया. नाउ वी डोंट हैव दैट पेड, दिस प्लेजरिज्म चेक सॉफ्टवेयर जो होते हैं वो बहुत कॉस्टली होते हैं. दीज जनरली जर्नल्स जो भी पब्लिश होते हैं उनके पास वो सॉफ्टवेयर होते हैं, एंड इवन द लॉ स्कूल्स हैव दिस. So how you can check is there are a lot of free plagiarism check. You can just Google पे कर दो कि plagiarism check. So there are a lot of free softwares where you have to actually, there is the word limit also for these softwares, 200 words. तो आपको बस 200 words select कर करके डालना होता है. That is also a process. Check it before you submit it. Please do the plagiarism check and then only submit your paper. Because then then you will be very like relaxed कि आपका पेपर उस मामले में तो रिजेक्ट नहीं होगा. And yes, this is something which a lot of people ignore, but please don't do that. Plagiarism is one thing which every research paper journal will check that. So it's better you do it on a prior basis and you don't copy everything. Please ऐसे उठा के पूरा ऐसे copy paste करके नहीं लिखना होता है research paper. You have to write your own things also in that particular, what you feel about that particular topic. Now this was all about how to write the research paper. I hope this video will be helpful for all the law students across India who keep asking me about how to write research paper. If you have any query related to this, please let me know in the comment section. I will be making another video on this particular topic because this is something which a lot of no one talks about it. Even in law schools, but I feel very lucky. In my law school we have a center for research where our professor keeps guiding us about research paper, how to write research paper. Even we seniors guide our juniors to write research papers. So yes, I feel lucky in that way. But yes, I want to help you all to write your research papers, so let me know all the queries you have. Another small thing which I would like to share is, if you're into first year or second year and you are like afraid of writing your first research paper, just approach a senior if they would like love to write a research paper with you, like on the co-author basis. Sometimes yes, seniors agree. Like, you know, my junior, the best research paper award which we won, she had approached to me that she wanted to write a research paper. It was the first research paper, so she approached me and I said yes, let's do it. So yes, you can also approach your seniors for writing a research paper, or you can even write it on with your friend. You can just find another friend who should be dedicated as much as you are. It shouldn't be like when you're taking another co-author, you both should do team efforts. It shouldn't be only one person is writing, one person is excited. So please select your co-author also, you know, who is good, dedicated towards writing a research paper. And your seniors are always there to help, and I am there to always help. So let me know if you have any other queries regarding this. I hope this video helps you all. And yes, until we meet, the video has been adjourned. Please make sure you follow me on all the other social media platforms also. I will be giving the link of my other social media platforms like Twitter, LinkedIn and Instagram in the description. Please follow me there as well. Until we meet, the video has been adjourned. Bye bye.